I did start a new game, and I played up to the point where I stopped streaming yesterday because the internet's having problems. It's because somebody's using something that's interfering with our internet. Now, I beat this yesterday on my first try, but I didn't stream it. Hopefully I can do it again. I didn't find him to be that difficult. Again. Damn it.
Now that it's dead, you might as well take a good look around. A great pill the Black-Winged Guy had gifted the wolf. Fun would be a deserving reward for that fight.
Now we need to progress a little bit, and we come across this guy, and then gives us like an ability to absorb spirits or something, and then I can go back and fight that thing I killed yesterday, because I messed up. I killed that yesterday, and I couldn't absorb the spirit until I lost it, and that's why I started a new game.
don't look like a Yaoguai from these parts. Have you come to earn the Black Wind King's favor? Hear me. That bear is but a hollow shell. He can grant you nothing. Don't waste your time on him. He lies about cheating death and even the treasures. His followers are, all of them, deceived. Blackwind Gwai is a sly one. He preaches virtue with a heart full of greed. Oh, I wouldn't entrust him with my plea. I don't know why you are here. Now, I'm pressed for time. I don't know why you are here, but you should be vigilant. Now, I'm pressed for time. Fare thee well, then.
Who are you to trouble this?
I think I missed this yesterday. I want the point of these things are. They hardly give you anything. Is that money or experience? I still haven't figured that out yet. I think it's money though. What's this too? now I'm caught up to where I was. Level 11.
By worldly pain, now free in nature's sail.
Oh, you kidding me? Remember fighting me? Okay, this is the guy I need to talk to.
Have you seen those nameless souls adrift on your path? Their wheels float aloft, never to fade. Shame, your god serves little purpose, and mine answers solely to me. I know a way to guide the souls, mend their paths, and set them free. It will aid you. Now, this is better. This gourd, though humble, may save the lost, banish their obsessions, and guide them.
Alright, now we can go back and beat that big guy.
You trouble this red mountain.
Dang it.
Quiet, fool. You don't... What should I do now? Who are you to trouble this grand mountain?
I did see a little tiny bit of health recovery there, but need to improve that. Maybe then it will actually do a meaningful amount. That's the most I ever got from one of those. Gun. In the kingdom of Hami, a small city stood against the mountainside. Its lush grasses and dense forest a haven for serpents. Much to the townsfolk's constant dismay, there lived in this city a snake hunter, masterful in his craft, who had freed the people from many a serpent's threat, earning a fair share of silver in the process. He boasted not of his wealth. Instead, he often dispensed forage to the needy and prayed for all. So revered was he that the magistrate awarded him a dwelling for all his family to live within the town walls. One day a ragged monk, seemingly delusional, came begging at his door. The snake hunter's kind-hearted wife offered clothes and food, but the monk, unsatisfied, demanded liquor. The crowd scorned his impudence, their complaints growing loud until the snake hunter's return. He silenced the clamor and instructed his wife to bring the monk a gourd of spirits. Touched by the gesture, the monk warned, "A serpent guy lurks in your home. Ignore it not, or your family shall perish." The snake hunter scoffed at such mad ramblings and dismissed him promptly. Yet his wife heeded the monk's words and urged her husband to search for the guy. He, however, brushed aside her concerns. In her persistence, the wife fetched the mad monk once more to banish the evil. Indeed, with raw meat and an iron hook, the monk drew from their home a massive serpent taller than a man, clearly a creature of power. 4 limbs it sprouts, and venom deadly, the monk declared. A mere touch is death. With those words, he slew the serpent guy for the woman. Strangely thence, the town remained untouched by further snake scourges, as if by the mad monk's hand, peace was restored. Okay, I already read about Wing Zuchi and Shai Tuao. If that's how you say the name of that town, Shai Tuao. Right now I'm back to where I was. I don't think I can craft any no armor or nothing. No. At least I could craft some weapons. This guy's going now too. Those snake guys are definitely tough. Skeleton snake. In the village of Shaded Heights, there lived a young man, orphaned and impoverished, constantly mistreated by his fellow villagers. One day, hunters from the village discovered a strange cave in the mountains. Emitting eerie sounds that sent shivers down their spines. Too afraid to enter themselves, villagers pushed the young man in to investigate. Lost in the darkness, he stumbled and fell from a cliff, crying out in agony. Believing the cave harbored a fearsome guy, the villagers abandoned him and fled in terror. Sitting at the bottom, the young man wept bitterly. Amidst his tears, he heard the sound of bones snapping and the rustling of movement. Startled, he fell silent, only to hear footsteps approaching. Filled with fear, he yelled, "Stay away! I am an orphan and burdened with misery. My flesh is lean feasting on me. Oh, my flesh is lean. Feasting on me won't do you any good." Surprisingly, as soon as he spoke, the footsteps stopped. Time passed, and within the darkness, hunger gnawed at the man's senses. Despairingly, he pleaded, "There's no one coming for me. Devour me quickly, so I may have a merciful death." Then the footsteps resumed, inching closer. Terrified, he assumed his end was imminent. Yet, to his astonishment, he felt a piece of cloth gently brushed against his face. Reaching out, he realized it was a sleeve, which he grasped firmly. The sleeve guided him to stand and led him through the darkness until they found the cave's entrance. As the daylight bathed them, the young man finally saw what had been guiding him, a skeletal serpent guy. Seeing the young man startled, the guy suddenly extended its neck and swept him out of the cave. Afterwards, the young man was saved by passing merchants and departed from the village with them. From then on, his life gradually improved and prospered. As the saying goes, misfortune may be the harbinger of fortune, and fortune may conceal misfortune. While not an absolute truth, when events reach their peak, change becomes inevitable. From change, opportunities arise and the lowest valleys often reveal the clearest paths. That's a good story. I like that story. Wonder why the serpent guy decided to help him, though. Ooh, a big frog. Don't seem very strong though. Barley Galang. I need 2 points for that, and I can save up for that, I guess. Let's go ahead and do that. Nothing in this cave. No treasures or nothing. time. In the Highland bounds there lived a widow and her girl, left to fend against the harsh days alone. The mother sold pancakes in the nearby village. The girl gathered firewood, ground grain, and cooked meals, shouldering her share of the family's responsibility. Ceaseless rains had worn down the woodshed. Long neglected without a man's hand, the beams rotted and the roof caved in. One day, the girl found atop the ruins a gleaming mushroom, vibrant and capped like a bowl, dew dancing on its surface, a spark of life too precious to pluck. She sheltered it with straw, letting it thrive in peace. Laden with tasks, the girl had no time to play with other children. All her secrets and dreams she whispered to the mushroom as if it were a dear friend. The toils of life led the widow into illness, urgently needing money for medicine. After discussing it, the widow and her daughter decided to sell their house. A wealthy neighbor, who had once been close to the widow's late husband, expressed interest in buying the house. However, this neighbor was very stingy and tried to exploit the widow's illness to lower the price. They spread various rumors to scare away other potential buyers, bullying the helpless widow and her daughter. Worried and anxious, the girl often hid in the woodshed to cry. The mushrooms witnessed all her grievances. The next day, something strange happened at the neighbor's house. Overnight, mushrooms had sprouted all over their property. When the neighbors ordered their servants to clear them away, they discovered a large, eerie mushroom about a foot tall, neither green nor yellow, growing on the main beam. When they tried to cut down the mushroom with long-handled sickles, it suddenly rose into the air, opened its cap like a fishing net, and floated above them. It shook itself and then fell onto the man of the house, crushing him to death. The air was filled with countless spores the creature released, knocking everyone to the ground. Afterward, the mushrooms crawled out of the ground, transforming into many guys. They helped the widow and her daughter pack their belongings and leave the village, disappearing into the mountains. Oh, it seems there's several paths here to take. Figure that one's gonna pop up out of the ground too. purple in tea.
This humble one's name is Guangmo. Should my demise come by your hands, please pass this message to my master. Searching for deity, mortals do aspire. Craving immortality, Yao Guais surely will conspire!
Oh, he's a poet. I don't have enough health. That's no magic.
In the very end, all dim alive.
Now that dead end makes a little more sense to me.
fermented.
Oh.
My master is possessed and obsessed. Heck, you are just like him.
When you... I remember now. The evil British Elder Ginger to burn the great sage and Tongue Monk. That's these two. I thought they were already turned into ashes by that fire.
How come fighting doesn't give me my magic bag? How do I earn magic bags? Looks like I messed up by bringing all these up at one time. Got two ways to go here as well. Another bell. I don't know what the point is ringing those, but...
After the bell rang, it seems as though the resentment in the depths of the mountain has grown. Oh, forget it. Overthinking won't help. Your presence has already made a mess in the mountain. Why not go ahead? Take them out, once and for all.
Come! Help me, brother!
These snake guys are nothing to fear. Snake gall steeped in drink, though, makes a fine tonic to flush malady. Here, here, young friend. Be my guest inside.
Well, well. I'd stake you're one more monkey from Mount Huaguo. I've met many of you. By rank of birth, you all ought to call me forefather. But I'm just an old monkey, banished to the mortal world.
Don't have what I need to do that. It's like a different board.
Think of it as me earning a drink or two. Drink, drink. It can lead to success or failure. Do drink wisely.
Hailed bird, what dimmed your shine? Past's grip beyond our grasp, the future we may still clasp. Late is the hour, young one, in which you choose to stain my tranquil abode. Pray tell, to what end do you seek? Yet it engulfs you some power, water, king of thieves.
Ow. Got it tough.
They and summon. A ripple awakens, not without
Alright.
Yet it engulfs.
Got it. Got me with that again. I'm gonna waste my immobilize.
summon. Still. You have forced my hand. Now you shall face what I truly am.
Are you kidding me? Come on.
Will not guard you far, imposter. A ripple awakens. You have forced my hand. Now you shall face what I truly am.
Daggone it. I need to waste it.
No ill will, I bear. I'm merely my brother's eyes and ears. I feign my loyalty to guard this path on the bear's order. Your destiny's bleak and stark. In its grip, we share the mark. The Guanyin temple now lies in cinders, yet the elder soul endures. The root of greed fosters the stem of suffering. Better to forget the thing you truly seek. The three bells. Have you seen them all? Do you too desire that which they ceaselessly hold dear?
Tea over a stove. Watching the white reflection in the water, he mutters, "You and I should not be here." The white-clad noble, amid spear practice, hears these words. Swift as thought, he hurls his spear towards the stove, and in another instant, they piece together items that mimic the body, chant the mantra of revival, and thus bring back life. The old wolf smiles bitterly and shakes his head. Indeed, he does not, yet the foul relic he obtained bears this potency. The old wolf says anxiously, "But living like this, I can barely sleep or eat in peace. When doom is nigh, life may yet persist. When blessed with life, the limb of death lingers. Breathe and make peace with it, and you may find your tranquility." The old wolf says nothing. The noble lowers his eyes, also silent. For all the uncanniness of his eyes, his compassion is apparent. The old wolf says, "I'll leave this tea to you. Better to drink tea." The old wolf rises with a sweep of his sleeve, sighing deeply. "Living like this on their blood, how could I bear to do that?" He totters away, not by the path he came, but turning down a fork in the road beside the marsh. "Tell the master he doesn't need to come see me anymore." Gungmao, the great tactician, was not like his senior fellow pupil, Gungji. From a young age, his heart yearned to be a legendary Yaogai master, remembered for ages. But fate held other plans. When old Ling Zuxi sent his beloved disciple to Guanyin Temple to be a monk, old white snake Gua grew worried. The snake feared it was old Ling Guxi's ploy to win favor with the black bear guy, and commanded Guang Mao to join the monkhood as well. Before he left, the snake warned him, never fall behind, least of all behind Gengzi. But no matter how hard Gang Mao tried, Elder Jinchi never seemed to favor him as much as Guanji. And even when he learned faster and trained harder, Wang Mao consoled himself, believing this stemmed not from his own failings, but from the snake's ham-fisted meddling, which had turned the elder against him. He found solace in the notion of returning to the mountains one day, when he could embrace the Yaogai nature, unshackled by such trivial concerns. Guang Mao can still recall Jin Qi's teachings. "You can be too extreme, too uncompromising, always leave some room and some things unfinished." But today Jin Qi saw Kasalia of Eversparks, he desired it so intensely that he forgot his own words and wept long into the night. Guangmao saw that taking root in the old monk's heart. To kill for this prize, everyone shied away from the idea, but Guangji boldly spoke the truth. Guangmao seethed with inexplicable rage. In his mind, a scheme within a scheme began to take shape. As Elder Jin Qi drank tea with the two monks, Guangmao glimpsed an untamed malice in the monkey's eyes, a hunger for vengeance. Building on Guangji's gambit, Guangmao goaded and prodded, weaving a merciless plot that left no room for escape. The old monk was delighted, and for the first time he acknowledged Guangmao's wit. With his plan set, Guangmao knew that doom would strike that night. Summoning a gust of wind, he hid in the bamboo grove behind the mountain. As anticipated, a great fire broke out that night, but it failed to kill the two journeying monks as intended. Instead, it burned the entire temple to the ground. Alas, the world harbors such petty souls, capable of ensnaring the lofty and vanquishing them with cunning plots. Perhaps this is what is meant by slaying with a borrowed blade. In the lands west of Blackwind Mountain, within a kingdom named Hami, stood a small town. Every day before dawn, a humble market would gather just outside the town gate. It was a place where peddlers exchanged goods while waiting for the gate to open. But due to the prices, even the townsfolk began to participate. Thus, this market gradually gained its reputation. A few months ago, an odd oil peddler arrived at the market, garbed in robes of a pearly turquoise color with eyes that gleamed like copper bells. He had a voice that rang out with a boom, and his breath was foul and pungent. Yet, he happened to be a keen talker and naturally was disliked by everyone. The oil he produces, on the other hand, was sought after by everyone. Who would not prefer the oil clear and smooth, and not to mention its price? One could exchange but a pinch of fragrant powder for a large gourd of such oil. On a day, a wandering Taoist passed through the town and decided to visit the market. He enjoyed his experience until he sensed an eerie green mist emanating from that odd peddler. A guy, no doubt. The monk chanted, and before the peddler could manage a decent struggle, it revealed its true form, a green-skinned giant frog. The bystanders were startled and grabbed whatever they could use to attack. The frog kicked the ground with both legs, leaped higher than a tree, and swiftly fled toward the mountains. In pursuit, the folks arrived at the marshes, where they witnessed countless small frogs scraping mucus from each other's bodies, collecting it in a large barrel. They then applied fragrant powder to themselves, hugging and sniffing each other in sheer delight. Silently the people approached and peered into the barrel. The mucus inside gleamed with clarity, just like the oil they had favored. At the sight, they were occupied by bouts of nausea and began to vomit. None had the strength to pursue and kill guys. All the frogs noticed this and hastily fled, leaving the marshes filled with a rather unique scene. In Chang'an City stood the temple of the Wild Goose Pagoda. Not far from its gates lived a diligent temple-goer named Hao Deshang. One day, Deshang dozed off as he sat at ease at home. In his dream, he found himself at the temple gate. 4 figures approached: a monkey, a dog, a loon, and a tiger. A loon. All deep in talk, he heard the tiger ask, "Where do you plan to take that thing?" The loon shook his head. "Fret not. I've heard they've all returned to their caves. We need but make our way to each place and wait. Our meeting is sure." The dog then inquired, "May I ask, friends, where are are you all off to?" The monkey replied, "I'm not fond of the sun, rain, or chill wind. For drinking, I shall seek out a lush and lovely spot." The loon stretched his neck. "I need to dwell by the water. If your place has a water view, we might dwell near." The monkey waved him off. "I've seen that ugly mug of yours for all my long years. Better we live far and distant from each other." The loon paid him no heed and asked the dog, "And you, young one, what plans do you have? Perhaps we can—" The dog said, "No, no. The time isn't ripe. It's still too early. I'd rather head to the mortal world and have myself some experiences first." "Ha! Experiences," scoffed the tiger. "You just yearn to hunt for rare herbs to play with your furnace." The dog flushed before he could retort. The monkey turned to the tiger. "And you, what's your plan?" The tiger thumped his chest. "I'll guard the village." Seeing his friends had made their choices, the old loon said, "Well then, we don't need to travel together. Here's where we part ways, each to seek our path. When I meet that one, I'll gather you all again." With that, the four parted. The Shang heard a thunderclap and woke with a start. The dream had already faded from his mind.
The bells. 3 bells were set in the mountains since the Black Wind Guai's return, yet no one is allowed to go near them. Maybe the bells have something to do with the temples burning. His words sound like truth to me, little monkey. Stay sharp and keep a lookout.
It's time to see how tough we are.
Wolf Assassin. Once upon a time, a young wolf followed a great elder wolf to learn the art of hunting. Despite his cleverness and diligence, the young wolf struggled to catch any prey. One day, the pale elder commanded him to find food alone or face hunger. Then the young wolf, hiding in the shadows of the mountains, finally managed to catch a rabbit. However, instead of eating it alive, he gently licked the rabbit's wounds as if to heal them. The rabbit took the chance and fled into a pond, struggling to swim to safety, but the young wolf in pursuit forced it back into the water. Just as the rabbit was about to drown, the young wolf rescued it, softly nudging its head and helping it breathe. The rabbit woke up conscious but bewildered. Suddenly, the distant howl of the great elder startled both of them. In his panic, the young wolf accidentally crushed the rabbit under his paw. Heartbroken, the young wolf wept bitterly. As the elder approached and inquired, it became clear the young wolf couldn't bring himself to kill the rabbit, so he repeatedly spared its life. Yet, he also feared his own hunger, and that's why he refused to let go. Acknowledged, the great elder then advised, "Your false kindness brought misery. Instead of hesitation, both of you would have been better off with a swift end." The great elder's words seemed to have dawned upon the young wolf. Later, it honed a lethal technique of hurling whirling blades from afar for stealth kills. believing this to be the ultimate form of mercy towards its adversaries. Multiple ways to go here.
Coming for our master. You must get through us.
Craft weapons, huh? They've already got. run has no headgear to go with it.
"500 years. I have rebuilt the temple. Now it's grander in scope. All those monks consumed by the fire turned to wandering ghosts roaming in Black Wind Mountain. It was I who granted them eternal repose. I have even restored the charred scriptures, piece by piece. But oh yes, I always knew. One day you shall return. Still think you're rock solid? Harder than you think to be like him. Why so eager to die when you could walk away? You posed and shouted, yet know not how to bear your misery. You have ruined everything! I asked you to guard the bells for your wrath. You failed! deeds or is this hunger? But you still think you are better than us?
Good.
To lay claim to my beloved.
And I'm already having to fight the king.
You challenge me without even letting me have dinner first. I was ascended to deity by one. Who are you to stand against me? Still think you're rock solid? That's a familiar trick. You won't burn the temple down. You have some cheap tricks. Meet me at the summit if you dare!
The spell he just cast may appear intricate, but it's not hard to learn. But Black Bear's expertise is lacking. Serving Guan Yin didn't help him much. But what he left here could surely help us. Consider today your lucky day. Focus and disperse, illusions traverse. You still have a lot to learn. But give yourself the time you need.
dewdrops, honey. There's no going back to the court.
On one of their buddies. What are these girls for? I didn't get to finish checking out the place where it just called people like Wind King. Looks like the place I was already at. That's a little different and darker. anything up here so far has been a pair of gloves. Yeah, that's the thing there is here. Another one of these guys.
Oh, thank me to thou. Oh, finally then the 3 bells sang. Disciples come, I hear travelers approaching my temple carrying new treasures. I cannot see you, but I recognize your odor. It cannot be you. You are back? It must be you who took that Kasaya. Now give it back!
Ow.
70 years spent. Kashaya's collected by the hundreds. Still one choke without his. No, stop, stop, stop! Commercial, go. Next time, leave it. Just leave it. Stop the fire.
I wonder if that was the monk who got obsessed with that object.
The fireproof mantle. The great sage borrowed it from Virapaxa. How did it end up here? You must have freed that miserable soul. Oh, such is his end. A tragedy prologued by a single glance. It's getting late. Let's hurry up the mountain.
Oh, it is. one silk. Buy the silk I need. Just yarn, no silk.
coming for our master. Think again.
Ahead is a treacherous path, young monkey. Don't forget the spell you just learned.
I see you!
How can I get that guy?
reward whoever kills the monk.
He once told me, out of sight, out of mind is a fool's task. Seeing but seeing through is what wise men do. But didn't he turn mad by what he saw too? sorry life for today! Fortune is no longer on your side! No one will come to your aid. All I need is to take it elsewhere and rebuild everything anew! Great sage! Oh, pardon me, young sage. Mercy, young sage, have mercy. I was just a pawn of the Celestial Court. If given a choice, who dare to challenge the mighty wrecker of the Celestial Palace?
His words ring true. No matter how daring he was, he had not the nerve to harm the great sage. There must be someone else pulling all the strings.
Exactly, and this thing is eerie. I have no idea how to make use of its power. Except to enshrine it up there, tricking lesser Yaoguais into offerings. If you pardon me, I'll go back to Guanyin to atone for my actions and be put back on the engaging band. You will never see me out there anymore.
Oh, ignore his nonsense. Go now, little monkey. Go and retrieve the great sage's relic.
白卷青，千般缘，色与空，弹指间。轮回路，有万次劫，求不得，闭上眼，一生功名忙如烟，浮沉落花断不绝。涅槃究竟寻常事，有情处不远。口中念，心中言，现世报，却方便。修行路，无名尽，幡动时，莫等闲。一生功名情如烟，最后人我在少年。最是萤火情失眠，看真知，看见。
don't get at all any of that. It has to do with the cloth.
Master, it still puzzles me. A monk's lust for gold should be quelled. Why does Elder Jinche still cling to that one Kasaya?
Bereft of that Kasaya, how shall they show the world their ties are cut and their lust is quelled?
Across streams, over hills, and through the black wind your blood has spilled. Wolves howl, snakes wind, flames lick, and the smoke blinds. Stumble on the lesser, lame, crash before their betters, shame. With such clumsiness, what destiny do you claim? As the small fish catches its prey, the bigger lurks behind. Who is the bigger fish? I can't see it. As for the prey and the small fish, they are swimming everywhere.
We got a couple more pieces of silk. There we go, cool.
富饶地，一朝舒缓贫困起，午夜朝气渺然起。无父无君无法纪，为非作歹有天比。修得大圣皆佛力，邪风一丝也惊奇。哪知不测其祸，其旦夕，那黄毛孽畜再回击。
How's he singing without a head?
好得意，复兴后世却成谜。
I reckon I got an idea why you've come here, my friend. Haste makes waste. I'll lend you a hand. Watch your step, eh? Get more shots and you'll be high and dry.
rise again! Your meddling ends in death!
Who was firing arrows this guy? In the days when the kingdom of flowing sand warred against the Fuban, there was a company of warriors known as the Four-Feathered Army. Skilled archers they were, one and all, armed with repeating crossbows and great shafts fletched with 4 feathers, capable of piercing even the strongest iron. Great was the joy of these soldiers when the weapons were placed into their hands, for they believed that with their hard-earned skills and such mighty tools of war, victory would swiftly be theirs. As darkness fell, the soldiers gathered to discuss the strategies they would employ. A veteran said, "Shoot its eyes to blind it, and the bug won't be able to hit us." A young one said, "Shoot its heart to stop its breath, and the creature will perish." A brave one said, "Shoot its legs to cripple it, and let it wait for death." Long they debated, each seeking cancel. I need to turn that off. It's aggravating. But none could be swayed. At last they resolved to each follow their own strategy and see which would prevail on the field. The next day, the Four-Feathered Army lined up in neat rows. At the given signal, a storm of arrows was released. Yet each archer aimed as they judged best, and not a single shaft found its mark in the same place as another. The hide of the Fuban was so thick that the rain of arrows served only to vex the creature. In the end, the valiant soldiers were scattered and put to flight. Alas, minds divided need not always agree, yet the strength of one alone has its limits. In unity lies true strength, and only with a single purpose can the greatest deeds be accomplished. A fellowship divided against itself cannot endure, but is ever doomed to ruin. Good lesson right there. In Sandgate Village, a rat widow grieved. Her husband, devoured by the tiger Vanguard, had left nothing behind but his sand shield. A royal reward, her sons, born after their father's demise, were her last hope. Pointing to the shield, she decreed to her growing sons, "If you don't slay that tiger, you're no sons of mine." And so they trained with the second prince, vowing to take vengeance on the tiger Vanguard. Among them, one boy, frail and ill-suited for combat, loved ink and paper over spear and shield. His mother's scolding and punishments were frequent, forcing him to commit to the martial arts. He did try hard, yet his efforts only left him feeble and trembling. The same skill that took only a few days to acquire for his peers could take him weeks with no noticeable progress. Even the prince urged him to explore a different path. Therefore, the boy's enthusiasm for martial arts waned further. As his brothers donned red armor and golden shields, he stood alone, enduring more beatings and scorn. Once his mother went too far with her harsh words, better to be eaten by the tiger than remain useless at home, which drove him to steal his father's shield and spear to fulfill his mother's wish. The tiger Vanguard knocked him down in 2 moves, mouth opened for a gulp. But stones were hurled, striking the tiger in his head. Startled, the tiger Vanguard gazed around for the culprit. Some of the rats seized the moment, dragging away their kin from the tiger's grip. The Vanguard turned to chase, but there stood the rat soldiers, those who had never ventured from the dunes. Now spears pointed, shields hoisted a line of defiance so fierce they dared the tiger to challenge them. The tiger hesitated, and the rats left safely. That boy did later forsake the warrior's way, but he took up his bow alongside the rat archers. With a sharp mind and truer aim, he even saved his kin in turn. Licorice. Oh, you got me some more silk. I think that one did as well. I should have enough to craft my rest of my armor. Alright, that was good lightning. The same year that Kingdom of Sahali was renamed as Kingdom of Flowing Sands, the Rodent Reverence Edict was proclaimed throughout the country. This edict declared rats as celestial beings protected by the king's law, making it illegal to harm them. Whosoever breached this commandment would face the king's judgment. Hence, rat guys from across the land flocked to the kingdom. Although strife ensued between commoners and guys, none dared defy the king's decree. For the well-being of people, the scholars of the Royal Academy planned a petition to implore the segregation of rat guys to the southwest corner of the capital. Among the scholars was an elder who was deeply skilled in divination. Oh, my neck is cramping. On the day of the petition, right before the scholars were to meet the king, the elder divined for his career, which came out as a grave omen. Not an auspicious time for it, he told his students the omen in secret. I advise you to take sick leave with me today. However, his students, faithful and young, heeded him not and went forth gallantly. Just as the elder stepped outside the palace, the royal guards encircled the hall. Shouts of agony then filled the air, unfolding the bloodshed within. Cancel. We gotta find a save point and turn that off. It's aggravating me. Hands covering his trembling ears, the elder slowly made his way home. After 3 kingless assemblies and a major court reshuffle, he was promoted to Grand Governor, a rank that bestowed him years of wealth and glory. But one day, as he peered into a bronze mirror, he noticed that his nose was elongated, and bristles had sprouted on both sides. Henceforth he forsook mirrors, knowing he would always bear a rat's visage like big frogs on there. Well, this frog seems a lot tougher than the last. each other. That's messed up. Does that mean I just lost that guy's soul?
We rise again. Your message ends in death. How delightful.
Yeah, his soul is not there.